Alright, greetings and salutations, my friends. 'Tis I, your favorite overseer, Saint Uther, joined again by my wonderful friends Ambrosia Hartnett and Zawarsman. We are back for another session of our Fallout campaign. How are you both doing on this fine Friday evening, my friends? Okay, for a minute there, I thought I was gonna say, do I hear any, two-headed crickets chirping, or giant, rad crickets? There we go. So you guys are more alive than the ghouls, right?
Well,
I'd say more or less.
till my one cup of coffee runs its course.
Oh no. Well, then we better get going here. Alright, so, to catch up. When we last left off, the group had gone back to the Starlight Inn to cash in their quests, inform, what was her name? Abby. To inform Abby that, hey, we took care of we found out what was happening to your caravan, your shipments of meat and everything, and supplies from the Twin Bull Ranch, my bad. We found out what was going on at the Twin Bull Ranch. It was a raider problem. We squashed it. Everything's good to go. You should be getting regular shipments soon. Cool. Also paid off the debt to, Roger Griffin? I think it was the name. Yeah, Griffin. Major Griffin. Former soldier of the U.S. Army, who you set up with a job as the new militia commander for your town of Winchester, and as a reward, he also taught you guys how to handle explosives a little better. So you're good with that. While you were there, you also ran into a group of Minutemen who had seen better days. They were they came to the junkyard to salvage some parts they need for communications equipment, but fell under heavy assault when they were here. They ran into more trouble than they were ready for. So some of them got away. Some of them are still here trying to, find any members they might have left behind, while others are trying to continue their, mission. See what they can do. So you agreed to help out the group, and here we are. You guys have made it here after a random encounter that popped open last time. You guys ran into some feral ghouls and a glowing one, which poor Kneecaps almost managed to grow himself a third kneecap somehow. Right? Yeah, after being pretty irradiated.
That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, you almost grew a third kneecap. It's like, wait a minute, what? No! I have 2 legs and 3 kneecaps. You do the math. Anyways, that aside, the group has now officially arrived at the junkyard, and the gate is officially wide open. So you are now free to explore the area. You arrive at the junkyard. The building over here to your left, I guess, or near you, looks to be the main building for commerce, whatever, when you go to a junkyard. It's the main office building. There we go. Yes, my descriptions are bad right now.
I forget, is it daytime or nighttime?
It should be day.
Alright, what's it called?
I think it was. Yes, because the group did do a rest overnight, and it's about noon time. So you are in midday right now. In fact, it should be daytime.
Let me see here.
Make sure.
I'm going to motion for
daylight.
Doc to follow me.
Okay, there. I turned it into daylight. It's totally daytime now.
I'm going to motion for Doc to follow me as I perform a sneak check.
Okay. Sneaking around? Alright. Okay, you're good.
Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm purposely sneaking around in order to see if we can get the drop on any of the bastards hiding here.
Alright. You're free to move about. Okay, as you enter the main yard area, there's a parking lot. You notice a couple of vehicles to the north here. You're okay as well, Doc. These vehicles bear the markings of the Minutemen. You can clearly see the... What is their logo again? I forget. I think it's a... Crap, what is their logo? Shit, I should know this, but I forgot. Let me see here. The Minutemen of the Commonwealth. Oh, okay, yeah. So their logo is literally, it's a gun, and on the opposite, going one way, and at another angle, it's a lightning bolt, and there's 3 stars. So yes, you see the emblem of the Minutemen, and of course their color is blue. Blue is usually the color of the Minutemen. So you notice that these vehicles have been painted Minutemen blue paint upon them, and they bear their insignia. So it is safe to assume that these are some of the vehicles or transports that they brought them with them here. So if these caravan vehicles are still here, then that means a couple of Minutemen are still in the area.
Alright, I don't like the looks of this. Doc, what do you think?
She just kind of taps her chin. Like, I think does seem a bit suspicious.
Indeed. Alright, make sure you get your gun ready because we might be in for a fight.
Okay. It's up to you guys. How do you want to proceed and where do you want to go?
I'm still gonna sneak.
Okay, you're still in sneak mode, so you don't need to roll anymore right now. You're good. Where are you going to sneak to?
Alright, I'm gonna sneak toward the west, motioning for Doc to follow me.
Alright, toward this gate?
Okay.
Aye, that's the one.
Okay.
I said aye, that's the one.
Okay, you approach the gate. It is locked.
Alright, time to use the old axle grease on this.
You're going to attempt a lockpick?
Pretty sure I have some, and I think I have a skill for it too.
Okay. Well, the lock on this door is a difficulty 4. This is a very, very complex lock because it's meant to keep people from, entering said premises, unauthorized. Do you want to do perception check? Do you want to do perception check or anything else around you?
I was actually going to ask the doc about that.
Yeah, Doc's going to try to see if she can see if there's shit around.
Okay.
Yeah, Doc. All right, you see what I'm seeing right here?
Okay, so looking around, the doc notices a computer terminal to the right here. There's a small computer terminal next to the door, next to the gate.
Can she try to hack that?
You can. Difficulty is a 3.
I'm going to assist her on that if she decides to do it.
Okay. If you want to attempt to hack through the system, you could. Hang on. I believe that would be science / intelligence. Yes, because it's a science skill.
Let's go, baby. Be nice to mama.
You get 2 successes out of 3, so you're close. I mean, yeah,
What would be the requirement in order to roll for assist?
You just roll to the assist right there if you are attempting to help her out.
Attribute.
Does it ask you for one? Because there should be on her roll. There's at the bottom there, roll to assist.
There is, but it's asking for the attribute. Strength,
okay, yeah, it's intelligence.
What skill?
Science. Okay, wow. You actually got exactly what you needed. All right, so you managed to crack through the computer. All right, a little more type away at the computer. No, password incorrect. Try this. Incorrect. Ding ding. Welcome. All right, so you managed to bypass its security measures. And now the terminal is asking for, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to secure the lock, open the lock, or, well, that's basically it, really.
Lock, please.
All right. Unlock. Congratulations, you have unlocked the door.
Yay.
All right, interesting. You are now free to move about it. The door, the gate slides open.
He turns to kneecaps. Puts a hand up. High five.
All right.
Hi.
Upon
Down
opening
the-
upon opening the door, and after the door has rolled open, from within the office building to the south of you guys, a door opens and a Minuteman comes out. A member of the Minutemen comes out to check out what's going on. It's like, oh, well, I'll be damned! You managed to crack that lock. How did you guys get that open? We've been trying. We've been trying for hours to try and get this damn thing open, but we just can't get it right.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. Hold on. Let me go get my notes.
Hmm.
Question, sir.
You asking me or the Minutemen?
The Minuteman.
Okay.
Question, sir. Would you happen to know of a gent by the name of Eddie Park?
Yeah, Eddie Park. He's our. Did I give him a rank? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't believe you did.
Whatever. Yeah, he's our squad leader. He took a bunch of he took some of the critically wounded to the local rest stop and try and get some reinforcements, but while we stayed here and held the fort down, try to get some, try to help out some of our other missing members.
Oh, I hate to say it, but where all that's coming.
Oh, I'll take what I can get at this point. We've been held out here for a while, hoping for the cavalry to come, and looks like you're it.
Yep. Glenn MacLeod. Most people just call me Kneecaps, and that's the doc.
Doctor? Oh,
Yep.
Oh, thanks, sweet.
Lara Suni. Phil Doc at your service.
Oh, thanks, sweet lord. We got, I think, hang on. Do I have any wounded on the inside? I think I do. Yes. So, okay. Oh, a doc? Perfect. Our previous medic was one of the first to get, it was one of the first we lost. So, we've been without any medical supplies or any expertise out here. We've got a couple of people inside who need some attention. Can you help them out?
You just hear kind of like stretching our knuckles like, time to get to work. Lead the way.
All right. So he'll lead you inside. Oh, sorry. There you go. Open door now. I'm like, whoop, sorry, my bad. Forgot to actually open the door. Yeah, they're all unlocked, but I'm like, I forgot to actually open them. Or you guys could do it too, but yeah. So, all right. Within the building, you find, it's pretty worn down. doesn't look very fortified. There are a couple of bloody mattresses and a few unfortunately wrapped bodies. Yeah, sadly those guys are, we couldn't do anything for them. But the ones we can help are back here. It leads you to the back room. You see 2 Minutemen. One in looks like they got a few cuts and scrapes. The other one, if he doesn't get any medical attention, he's not in critical condition, but he is quite hurt.
Doc, would you mind tending to that poor sod over there?
Okay, I'm going to go for the one that's the most hurt first. Try and heal him up.
Okay. So just roll your medicine and intelligence.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You do create a slight complication. Alright, let's see here. Do I complicate it? Alright, so you tend to his wounds. I will say he's fully healed. You managed to heal him. He'll be fine. Although, I think you went a little crazy with the bandages, so he's starting to look more like, something you see out of a magazine, or not a magazine, out of a comic book, one of those ancient mummies of old times.
Okay. So he wasn't as injured as she thought he was.
No, he was injured, yeah, but you did kind of, I was like, you thought he was...
but she was like, this is severe injury. I will rewrap everything.
And you also wrap him up so tightly, too, that he's like...
I think you overdid it, Doc.
And you just kind of see her poking her fingers together. Oopsie. 1 minute, I can fix that. Snip.
Thank you very much. Proclaims the more injured Minuteman. And you'll now tend to the other one who, looks like he just needs a stim pack or, a good meal.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, yeah, he's totally fine now. Jeez.
She learned her lesson from the other one.
Oh, that feels...
Overjudge the injury.
Oh, thank you so much. That feels so much better. Man, I would have been...
Well, just doing the job.
Thanks so much. And I didn't give him a name yet, so I'll just give him a name right now. We'll say... we'll call him Joey. Joey, which is the guy who approached you at the gate. Oh, thank you so much for saving my men. I don't know what we would have done if you guys hadn't come here as soon as when you did. Now, I know Eddie sent you here to help us out, but do you think you could do us, since you're already doing us a few favors, do you think you can help us out more?
I don't see why not, but I'll still have to ask Kneecaps. He's kind of the lead, especially when it comes to things that might go boom.
Yeah,
all right, so what's
you're still outside by the gate, but you're still outside by the gate right now, my dude.
Bet she'll pop her way back.
Where did everyone go?
We're inside the build. They're inside the building.
And you just guys hear pop her head out the door. Hey, Kneecaps!
I'm coming.
Handsome bum
All
over
right,
here.
so... Okay, let's see here. All right, gentlemen, so what's the situation? Fill me in.
All right, so Joey will come back out to the main room. He said he'll give you the situation. So, things got pretty bad when we came here. We thought this was going to be a simple clear out whatever ferals we found and retrieve the dish, but we didn't think there would be this many ferals, and sometimes those damn things will just creep up on you. You might think that, it looks like it's a dead body, but no, man, those things, they just know how to creep up on you, for lack of a better description. Yeah, they're basically what he's getting across is, you might think it's dead, but it's not, or it might be a dead one, or maybe it's not. You have to think twice. And
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to shoot a dead one because then you wake up the whole lot that's around.
Well, here's the thing. There is a simple answer to that.
Hmm.
Kneecaps will brandish his baseball bat, swing for the fences.
I wouldn't recommend getting too close to those things either because, well, one on one, not so bad. It's when they start to swarm you, then that's when things get really bad. If I were you, I'd try to avoid as much fighting as possible. Maybe, I mean, we didn't even hear you guys coming through the gate, and you managed to get that other gate open, which we've been trying to get through. We couldn't
That's
get through
because
that
we
gate.
went in all real
Hey.
quiet like.
We couldn't get through that gate, and this door over here was locked that led us to the rest of the courtyard. But with that gate open, you guys might be able to take a shortcut. Unfortunately, we had to go through the long way through the entirety of this place, and that's where we lost a lot of our good people. We barely got it back to this area and locked it down. But if that other path is open now, you might have a better chance at sneaking through them.
Oh. Never bite the inside of your cheek.
I've done that many times before.
Me too.
Bitten my cheek, bitten my lip, bitten my tongue. Not all at once, though.
Nope. I just bit it hard enough while chewing my snack to draw blood. Ow.
I'd give you some
Yeah.
of my.
Say
I'd
one
give you.
thing, rice
I'd-
crackers do not taste good with blood.
No, I was gonna say I'd give you some of my ice cream cake right now to help soothe it, but it's over here in the freezer or in the fridge. Actually, oh, should I probably put that back in the fridge, in the freezer?
It seems like it's one of those days.
Yeah, hang on, be right back. I just thought of something. AFK, quick second.
It's like the left half of my lip is puffing up. Then I bite the right half of my cheek. I guess my body wants to be equal in pain. Oh, why? Why, universe? Ugh. But then again, they say, when bad things happen, something good is on its way.
Here's hoping that actually is the case, hon.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I've been like partially addicted to the yumminess that are these rice crackers.
I mean, rice crackers are good, but they're an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
Meg agrees with you that rice
This one
crackers
has
are
chocolate
nummy.
chips in it.
One of these days, you have to go to the polar store and track down some Kalashkis.
Hmm.
They're quite literally like little baked treats that are stuffed with jam of some sort.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is. They come in two flavors. They come in two variants. Either normally baked or baked and with all sorts of white, delicious sugar powder.
Mm.
I'm willing to bet they're like really rare to find over in SoCal, but over here they're everywhere in every store.
Every region has its specialties.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So yes.
This is true. This is true, but I miss eating chicharron.
So, in some weird way, my dear, I have to thank you for biting your cheek and making me think about it. Because, like, yeah, I just realized, I'm like, wait a minute. I left my ice cream cake in the fridge, not the freezer. I should probably put it in the freezer before it turns into a puddle by the morning.
Yeah, fridge is good if you're going to eat it in the next hour.
Yeah.
But if you're not,
Yeah.
put it in the freezer.
I mean, it's only been in the fridge for, like, maybe a little more than a half hour. So, it's not that bad. It didn't even get that soft yet. So I'm like, okay, goody. I put it back. I'm like, yeah, I think you want to get a. I think you would prefer having a slice of cake rather than a spoon
And a
of
puddle.
a spoon of mush
Yeah.
or a cup. There we go. Drink it with a cup. It's like I'm gonna drink my cake. Ew. Anyways, sorry. Tangents aside. All right, so what did I call him? Joey? Yeah, Joey here has given you some information and some details on how to approach. How you want to approach is up to you. So, I mean, if you guys are very confident and very armed, you can take the standard path. You'll probably find a few more of our guys if they survived, but you're probably gonna run into more of them ferals. Although, if you go through that main gate, you might be able to slink around. Actually, hang on. Did I put a path there? I actually don't know. I might have. Oh shit! All right. Well, that's for you guys to find out right now. So, hopefully that's a shortcut that'll lead you to where you need to go. Also, it might lead you into that other warehouse up north. We don't know what's in there, but it looks like it might have some good goodies in there. So, if I were you, I'd go check that out first. So, unless you have any more questions for him, he's just gonna kind of hang out here right now.
Not at the moment, but as it goes. What do you think, Doc? Should we play it safe, or should we just follow Joey over here and raise hell at the front door? Because from what I can tell, that didn't work out too well for them the last time.
Hey, you're gonna tell me her. I know I'm squishy. You're kind of squishy.
I mean, with a
I don't know
persuasion,
if raising hell is our best option.
I was gonna say, with a persuasion check, you might be able to persuade him and his men to, take up arms again. More so now that you guys have a medic in their squad, to see if they can find their either hopefully still alive or fallen comrades.
I don't know. Let me have a chat with Joey.
All right.
All right, Joey. So we've got our options.
What are you guys thinking?
We could either go over and raise hell. I mean, we've got the doc to pull our asses out of the fire in case we get too banged up, but we can't really do much about it. Right?
Okay.
Our other option is we sneak around, see if we can round up a posse if there's anyone still around, and then blast a lot of them right to shit. What do you say?
I mean,
Because I'm leaning toward the latter.
blasting through, going in.
No.
Oh yeah. Well,
Sneaking around.
what was the last thing you mentioned? Did you mention sneaking or blasting?
Sneaking.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I think you might have used that backwards. Okay, never mind. I mean, we're not that stealthy, so stealth wouldn't really be an option for us. But, I mean,
You sure about that?
I can try and convince the others, to follow you guys into combat, but I don't know. Morale's
Let me have a chat with them. Sir.
All right. So, did you want to try and persuade them to follow you guys into combat?
I was gonna try and persuade them to sneak around with us.
Yeah, I'll tell you right up front. They have like no sneak skill.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is a combat group, not a reconnaissance group.
Let me think. Okay, I think I might have an idea.
What do you
All
got?
right. Joey.
Yes, kneecaps.
Listen to me on this. Doc, you too. I don't like our chances of going in there guns blazing, much as I'd love to do that sort of. But I have an idea.
Go on.
Are there any sort of alternate paths or scaffolds or ladders that we can climb up, just Doc and I?
No, this junkyard is full of those old cars, and those things are stacked way too high to get anywhere near. So, yeah.
Alright, Doc, I hate to say it, but hold on. Let me check my bag.
And he will point out and I wouldn't recommend trying to climb over things, because last thing you want to do is to be climbing up the side of something and then all of a sudden one of them ferals grabs a hold of you. Because, God knows how many of those things are in those damn piles. So basically, and me talking as GM, this is them basically telling you, hey, these are walls, for lack of a better thing, that you shouldn't scale, because yeah, it's my GM BS way of saying, these are walls, don't climb them.
Alright. I've got a single Molotov, 2 bottle cap mines, my pistol, my bat. Doc, you got anything else with you?
One moment.
She does have her new laser rifle. I should probably start doing that. Damn it, I'm gonna make that note to myself now.
Multi-tool. Torch. Combats. Bobby pins. Grenades. Radio.
Okay, while you're looking at your thing, I'm gonna look at Kneecap's character sheet real fast. Just poking at something real fast here, dude.
Scanner and chunk. Pretty much like, I got a torch, some junk, rat scorpion stinger, a whole lot of meats, radio, and some bobby pins. Any of that useful? Oh, and this shiny laser rifle.
Just testing out something real fast, an idea that crossed through my head. Okay, it doesn't say, but it is there in the special tab. Okay, so all right, it's just an idea that crossed my mind, so that way you don't have to second guess too much, because since we're now using a hex-based system, ranges are a little bit more ambiguous. Or well, they're actually not ambiguous. They're more set in stone, but you have to look at the new chart for that. So what I can do now going forward is I can put the ranges in your weapons profiles. So right now, Kneecaps, if you look at your hardened pistol, under there it says special, range 2.5 now. So that's not the only range, but that's your best without having any extra difficulty. If you go beyond those, then it gets harder. How much harder? I'll let you know. If I probably could put it in, but for the time being, right now, I just did that with yours as a test, and I'll do that with Doc's weapons real fast, so that way she knows how good her weapons are at their optimal ranges. Now with her, she's got 2 guns that she can use it. She has a close and she has a medium ranged weapon. So right now you're a bit more of the sniper of the group. Potentially. So that's much. It's 1 to 5. Yeah, 1 to 5 on that one. So, well, what do you guys want to do? Well, I'm just doing this thing real fast here. And that's a medium. So it's... Alright, there we go. Alright, so what are you guys thinking? Or do you need more time to contemplate?
I get the feeling we're gonna have to fight our way in, take them on, grind them down little by little, as it were.
All right.
I'm hearing that. Need to see Doc reach in. Hold her medic back to her. I'll keep you nice and standing.
So, Kneecaps, what did you decide?
As it goes, we're gonna have to try and start shit with them.
All right. Which way we're gonna? Did you want us to accompany you, or do you want us to sit here?
No, you're gonna come with us. The more bodies we have, the better chances we stand.
Well, as long as. All right. Well, we're gonna stick close to the dock, though. We can't afford to lose another medic.
Oh no, that's totally fine.
All right.
You guys do what you believe is best, all right? But the minute shit hits south, I expect us all to make a run for it.
Very good at running away. I think most dogs should be.
All right. Okay,
Exactly.
So I'm gonna give this guy a little bit more health because I actually gave him a name, and yeah, he's kind of like the guy in charge at the time being. So he'll be a little better than the rest of the mooks. Alright. So. Alright then, Kneecaps. We're here at your service right now. We'll accompany you. So yeah, the 2 guys who are hurt, they're recovered, and they're ready to fall in and help out. So. Which way are we going?
Alright, follow me.
All right. So which way are you guys gonna go? You're gonna go through the main gate that you opened, or are you gonna go down south?
Actually, let me ask this. Okay, you guys had problems trying to get through the main gate? Yes.
Yeah, we never got a chance to open it.
Well, you got us now. Maybe that just get.
The door over here was completely locked, and none of us could get through it, and nobody could hack that terminal or even pick that lock at the main gate. But you managed to get it open somehow, so we don't really know what's going on that way.
So we probably just gave you an in. Okay, then let me see here. All right, let's try going through that doorway we just ripped open.
All right, you lead on. We'll follow. We'll stay close to the dock. We're gonna do our best to protect her.
All right, saddle up, gentlemen and ladies.
All right, Minutemen, let's get moving. Yes, sir. All right, so the way is open. Sorry, I actually forgot to open it. I unlocked it, but didn't open it. I hate it when I do that.
As we get close to the gate, I motion for Joey and his Minutemen to draw their weapons as a just-in-case measure.
Oh, they already have their weapons drawn.
Kneecaps will do the same, and he'll lead with his bat.
All right.
And once more, onto the breach.
All right. Just for sake, Doc, what weapon do you have in your hands right now? Do you have your pistol or do you have your laser rifle?
Rifle.
Rifle? Okay, you're the medium range character right now.
She pretty much learned her lesson.
Don't
Short
get
range
close.
guns are not healthy for her.
All right, easy does it, gentlemen. Now, nice and slow.
All right. Well, I moved them farther forward, but yeah. All right. You enter the other half of the courtyard. Don't notice anything too out of the ordinary. Nothing screams at you of danger. You see cars and cars stacked as high as the eye can see. You understand now what Joey was talking about how the fact that this place is, this is a junkyard and it's full of wrecks.
Criminy.
Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles here. None of them really smashed up. I mean, they look like they could be salvaged for parts or repurposed. If someone takes the time and effort. A lot of other junk walls, a giant repository of old tires and hubcaps. So
methinks the people over at the rest stop might have a field day tearing through all that for parts and resources.
potentially.
All right, nice and slow, gentlemen and lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm motioning for all of them to quietly walk with me. We're not sneaking,
Yeah.
admittedly, because
Yeah.
they're not
Yeah,
they're not meant for recon.
Yeah, their sneak is not non-existent. But yeah, so all right, you notice through the fence that there is another building up north, so the group will follow you closely. All right. Toward the north, you do see that what looks like the wall of cars has kind of collapsed inward and kind of brushed up against the fence. You think that this might have been a pathway at one point, but with the sheer amount of scrap and twisted metal, probably not a viable path. Although there is another gate and a terminal that blocks entry to this other building. Joey points out, that's the other building we couldn't get to. We couldn't get over this fence, nor could, safely because of all the barbed wire. And, yeah, we couldn't, we don't know what's in that building, so your guess is as good as mine. For all we know, it's full of some supplies. Weapons, or who knows. Might be worth checking out.
All right, Doc, you see that terminal?
Yep.
All right, boys, we're gonna head towards that terminal. We're gonna watch over Doc's back while she works that magic of hers. See anything unfriendly that starts moving our way? Blast the hell out of it.
You got it. So the group will move forward. Doc will hit the terminal, right? It's a science difficulty 2.
And
And then we'll roll to assist if need be.
Critical success. Doc looks at the keyboard.
Wiki here, plug this here, and ooh.
Doc looks at the keyboard, starts looking at the lines of code, and then has that little look on her face. She goes, "Oh no." To which, Kneecaps inquires, "Oh no, is everything all right?" "Everything's fine," Doc replies, and as she enters the password, it's like, it's always funny when this happens. Well, what's wrong, Doc? Nothing's wrong. It just makes me chuckle every time I see it. What do you see? Doc enters the password. PASSWORD. Enter.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Which is why I'm like, oh, it's a critical success. I'm going to go with this. The password is password. Everybody collectively face palms a bit, like, oh, Lord. It's one of the most obvious passwords that people don't use because it's so obvious. which is why you usually don't think about it, because who's dumb enough to use password as a password?
Well, I'm pretty sure whoever wrote that down is fired or killed.
Unless they're one of those conniving geniuses who use uppercase PASSWORD and the number 1. So yes, the password is accepted. The door opens. And with that, you are now gained access to the inner court of the room. And to which you find yourself against 2 more doors that are locked. No terminal or anything, but... Actually, no, wait, scratch that. You know what? Because it was a critical success, I will say that yes, that everything unlocks because, yeah, they're all connected to the terminals. All the locks release. Like, wow, Doc.
What's going, Doc?
Milk.
Jinx, you owe me a Nuka-Cola.
The lesson to be learned here is do not make password your password. Especially if you got important things to guard.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, away we go.
Alright, so do you want to go through the small door or through the large door?
Preferably through the small door.
Alright. Small door opens.
Whoa, hold on. Kneecaps will immediately raise a hand, signaling everyone to stop.
Alright. Upon looking through the door, you notice 3 Mr. Handy robots, and they are working on vehicles inside this building. Apparently, this seems to be a workshop of some sort. They are working on old vehicles, and they don't look as beat up as other vehicles.
Oh, that's odd. Gentlemen and Doc, I think we may have a bit of a problem here.
She's gonna puss her head out from behind his back. You may be right. Oopsie.
I don't... No, you're like they're probably hostile to everything that isn't them.
Well, they haven't shot at you or anything or yelled at you.
All right.
And it's not like you're actually sneaking. So you are
true.
They are aware of your presence. More so, Mr. Handies have eyes that go 3 ways, so they literally see in 360-degree direction. They don't have a blind spot really.
Right.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. They notice you're there, but they're more focused on their work right now.
Gentlemen, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to stay outside for the time being and keep watch. Doc, you're with me. We're gonna handle this nice and easy.
Okie dokie. Salute.
All right. All
And
right.
with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock on the wall inside to try and get their attention. Non-hostile as I put away my stuff.
All right. You knock. One of the handies takes notice of you. Ah, greetings there, sir. What brings you to our establishment?
Hi there, Mr. Handy. Nice digs, I gotta say, nice digs. Haven't seen a place like this in a good long while. Alright, question time, Mr. Handy. What are you and your fellows doing here?
Ah, marvelous question. Well, Grease and Axel here, and I are doing what we are trying to do to restore these vehicles to their former glory. I must say it is quite difficult indeed, but we've been at it for, let me look at the old chronometer, approximately a little over 50 years. And I do say we are doing quite well, given the limitations and all.
I see.
Yes, and I will interject. Yes, Mr. Handy's for some reason have a British accent most of the time. That's just the default. So if I do sound like if I do go into Cockney accent, British, it's because that's kind of how they talk.
Okay, now I have a question for you. Grease, Axel, and who might you be?
Oh, I am Bob.
All right, Bob.
Yes,
Let's go for
Axel,
something.
Axel, Grease, Bob. It's like, wait a minute.
Is
One of
that
these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Right, you got Axel and Grease. And they're working on vehicles, and Bob.
I was half expecting him to be named Lugnut. All right, Bob. So then here's a question for you. Hold on, let me see here. Ambrosia, what is your speech skill stat at?
I think that says 0.
You too, huh?
Yes, neither of you
Yep,
guys
I'm
have.
not gonna talk to
Neither of
people.
you guys are very charismatic. Oh, well, you. I think Doc's at a 5. What are you at? A 5. You're both equally charismatic with a speech of 0.
He's an introvert. What can I say?
She's better with computers than talking. Or books.
It's like, give her someone to patch up or give her a computer. She'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Ask her to talk to people.
Oh my god, if only your character had a Pip-Boy and didn't talk except talking to the Pip-Boy, you'd be Shizuka.
Oh dear Lord.
To catch you up real fast, anime that I found in the past week or so. One of the characters is a bookworm who is so shy that she doesn't talk. She only talks through the quotes in her book that she reads. And she doesn't talk. She just points to the passage like, oh, here. She's like, oh, page. Okay, hang on. She knows exactly. Page 35. Here, this section. Read here. And she points to it and you start reading like, oh, it is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, good sir. And eventually the guy she meets, they end up together. And one of the things he does for her is he translates he basically takes the entirety of that book and puts it into a digital format, which has a text-to-speech function. So now all she has to do is highlight what she wants, and her phone will start talking. So she's talking through her phone. Which is the joke I made to Ambrosia right now. It is cute. Anyways, go on. Sorry to tangent. And for anybody who, real fast to finish the tangent, and for anybody who might want it, sounds like, oh, that sounds like an interesting anime. The name of the anime is gonna sound weird, but I assure you this is actually very funny. It is a rom-com. The anime in question, English-wise, is known as The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. That's 5 reallys. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. Anyways, tangent aside. My dude, take it away.
One sec.
Yep. Still formulating an idea, I see.
Okay, so what I'm planning on is I'm going to make a speech charisma check
Okay.
to see if I can glean any information from the Mr. Handies to see if they are hostile to any outside forces.
No. Okay. I'll tell you. No roll needed. This will be a difficulty 0.
Right there. Okay, Bob. So, tell you something. In your database, I think it was called, is there anyone or anything you're set to kill on sight?
Kill on sight? Heavens no! We are merely mechanics here.
You sure about that?
Our only job here is to mend to the machine, to these fine automotive masterpieces, and restore them to their former glory. Well, as best we can.
Do you remember who gave you that order?
Oh, well, I must say, I believe it was just in our programming. It's been so long since. Oh, I don't seem to recall the name.
I think I have an idea, but I need you to trust me on this one. Doc! Alright. Seems these three gents over here are having issues with their memories. Bob, this is just a crazy idea that came to my head. I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but Doc over here is good with computers. And I was thinking maybe, just maybe, she can have a look-see in your database and see if she can give it the old college try to get that thing to help you remember.
Well, It's like, well, I think we are overdue for maintenance. It has been quite a while since we had a certified mechanic come by and check us out. Do you have the appropriate credentials?
I don't know, to be honest.
Here's a literal persuasion check at this point.
Your dad scratches her chin. She's like, well, I do have the credentials for organics. And I do have some certifications for electronics. Don't know if they're fully extended towards high end, but I think I'm fully qualified.
Okay, so basically you have to have a fairly high science of repair skill, which you do in spades for the most part. Now, outside of actually like trying to modify, you do not have the appropriate perk. You do not have the robotics expert perk, which is an actual perk to do modifications. But for basically a small repair check here, or science check, because well, I think this is more of a science check than a repair, because this has to do with programming more than actual, physical body work.
Yeah, that's when she's like, I'm good with computers, but I don't think I have the right diploma for that.
So after a quick demonstration, well, actually, yeah, there you go. Your character can just say, "Well, I managed to open the open the computer terminals." It's like, "Oh, yes, of course. You must be the oh, actually, yeah, that's it. There's your way in then without passing the speech check." So you just mentioned about, well, you had the password. It's like, oh yes, of course, you have the password. Only a certified mechanic would have the appropriate passwords to get through the locks. How silly of me. Do you hear that, gents? It is maintenance time. Hooray, huzzah!
And there was much rejoicing.
And there was much rejoicing.
There. All right. So Bob, Grease, and Axel will submit to Doc for maintenance. Difficulty 1 on each.
Okie dokie.
So it's the same thing you've been rolling, science and tell.
Okay, there we are. There's science.
Good on Bob. Good on Grease. Axel?
Okay. Lady Luck, don't disappoint me.
And you're good on Axel as well. Success! So, Doc managed to, read through all their lines of code after spending some time, going through lots of ones and zeros and ones, cleaning up any kind of fragmented data and everything else. Bloop. Managed to restore them. So let me see here. All right, let me do one thing here off to the side. Alright, I had to do quick something real fast. Alright, so, after the reboot and everything is complete... Oh, yes! I recall now. The owner of this here fine establishment was one named Robert. It was his. He was the main mechanic here and owner of this fine establishment. Before everything became, lack of a better word, a hellscape here. He was the one who tasked us to fix up anything around here, so we've been carrying on, waiting for new commands, but seems like old Robert hasn't given us anything new to do. So we've been carrying on.
And this Robert fellow didn't have any sort of, hostility with anyone else out there, did he?
No, not really. He was a very kind individual. Everyone liked Robert. He was the most popular mechanic around. With our help, of course.
Then... Bob, Grease, Axel, I think I may have a proposal for you. Give me 1 sec. I had to head outside to speak with some associates first.
Well, by all means. We'll just prattle along here and carry out on work. Grease, Axel, back to work now. And they will go about, going back to fixing up the various vehicles, polishing them, etc.
While they're doing that, Doc is just kind of leaning against the door frame, watching, and she's like, old tech, working so well. I could learn so much.
Alright, so what did you want to discuss with the group?
Alright, once we head outside, I'm going to motion to Joey and his men and explain the situation to them. 3, still in very good shape, Mr. Handy's, following an old command that their original proprietor had left them, only for them to continue following it because said proprietor is dead and they haven't received any new orders. And they are non-hostile. They just love their jobs.
Well, that's not uncommon. Most Mr. Handy's Most Mr. Handies are pretty, they're usually non-hostile. I mean, unless they look like they've been modified heavily or, God forbid, been reprogrammed by raiders. It's the Mr. Gutsies you have to look out for.
Well, as far as I can understand it, these three have been relatively left alone.
I can see why. This building is pretty much in very good shape considering.
Indeed. So I had an idea, gents.
Go on.
All right. I think, and this is just me spitting in the wind here, I think we may be able to get an alliance going with them, if you catch my meaning. And maybe a few other ladies and gentlemen back where we come from that could use their and your help too. If we all work together, pretty sure we can find your fellows, get them out of here, bust some ghoul heads, and call it a night from there.
Well, I like how you think. We could use all the help we can get out here.
All right then. So, all right, then this is what we're gonna do. I want you all to put away your weapons for now. Come in with me. We'll introduce ourselves to the Mr. Handies. Their names are Bob, Grease, and Axel, respectively. Have some discussion, and then we'll make our next move there.
Sounds good. Lead the way. Everyone just kind of holster their weapons as best they can.
Once they do, we head back inside. Excuse me, Mr. Bob, Grease, and Axel? Some introductions are in order.
Bob will approach. Welcome back. Welcome back, sir. What assistance can I be?
I would like to introduce to you a few associates of mine in Docks. This would be Joey and his associates. They are part of a group known as the Minutemen.
Wonderful. What is it that we can do for you? Do you have something in need of repairs?
Something like that. They have some things that need repairs, and there are some other ladies and gentlemen out there that could actually use your help as well, now that I think about it. Okay, so here's the situation. Joey and his crew have a bit of a ghoul problem out there. Joey, you mind explaining to them what you and your lot were doing around here?
Sure thing. Well, we were here to thinking about how to word it real fast. He's like, we were looking for some parts. Ah, yes, parts. Well, you've come to the right place. The junkyard, of course. What is it that you were looking for exactly? We're looking for a dish. Dish, I see. I don't think we have anything in stock. Although, I don't think we have anything like that in the yard, but, new things come and go a lot, and it's been a long time since the manifest was updated. So, you're free to look about. By all means. And if you find what you're looking for, just take it up to the front office, and they will charge you the appropriate fee, of course. Sure, we can work something out. Alright, so sounds like they've got their little proposal going back and forth. So you have any other ideas there, Kneecaps?
Okay, but yeah, here's the thing. Before we can do that, there's a bunch of feral ghouls running around. Bob, Grease, Axel, how experienced are you when it comes to dealing with riffraff, as it were?
Okay, hang on. Alright, so I'm going to throw this out there right now before you get to that question. I was like, feral ghouls? I'm afraid I'm not quite certain. I'm not familiar with what this term is.
Newcastle just facepalm. All right, I can't really describe them, but let's just say they would take one look at you, think, ooh, shiny, then grab the nearest biggest thing they have on hand and cave in your cranial unit.
Again, Bob looks, Bob. Well, you can't really see looks on a robot like this, but his eye stalks just kind of, you know, look at you again in a different angle, like, uh, again, I don't seem to quite compute or understand what you're getting at there, sir. Good sir.
They'd look
my
at you and
associate-
they'd want to break you.
Wait, here inside the junkyard? That's preposterous. Axel, and Grease and Axel and myself have gone out to the yard for parts many times, and no one or anything has ever bothered us.
That's interesting. Newcastle turned to Joey. You hearing this?
It's not that uncommon, actually.
So okay, out of character for a
Yeah.
moment.
Okay, go ahead.
Feral ghouls don't mess with Mr. Handies, do they?
I mean, depending on where and what, they could, depending if they're already out and about or stuff like that. But for the most part, at least around this part of the town or this area, this map, these handies, they just go around collecting parts and go about their business. Why would a feral ghoul really go after something that's not alive?
No meat, no purpose. Got it.
At the same time, I mean, these feral ghouls aren't necessarily banging on the walls of all the other machines and vehicles and wrecks around here. To them, these floating robots are just basically the same thing, junk around them.
Okay. New
And
plan then.
and again, again, for the most part, unless a ghoul is roaming around and bumps into something, then it might attack. But for the most part, ghouls these feral ghouls for the most part are usually laying around the ground unless they're moving around. If they're laying, they're just gonna lay there. If they're moving, they'll move around scarcely, but they're not gonna do much.
I'm guessing I'm just wasting my time if I try to explain to Bob what these guys do, huh?
Yeah. And by that, he's talking about when you do mention about the ghouls and stuff. I'll cut the chase on this one. So basically, like, you're trying to explain about, there's these other people around that are gonna beat you up and stuff like that. It's like, what are you talking about? He plays dumb or he doesn't understand, and you talk about, oh yeah, there's people in the junkyard. He's like, oh, you mean those other customers that are wandering about looking?
Yeah, them.
Yeah, they haven't caused any trouble yet. They haven't caused any trouble, so.
Well, they certainly have for Joey and his men over here. Pretty sure they went and killed a few.
I must say that is quite that is quite disturbing, I must say.
Indeed. So I'm gonna give it to you straight, Bob. Things are gonna get heated out there. Listen, can you do me a favor and you three just stay in here for the time being? Because Joey, Doc, and I are going out there to have some words with those morons, alright? The minute we clear them out and get a few of Joey's friends safe and sound, we're going to come back here. And if you don't mind, I want you three to see if you can get one of these cars fixed up to the point where it can actually carry a good number of us out. Because I know of a few folks over at a rest stop not too far from here that could definitely use your help.
All right, but during that conversation, you mentioned of some of these no good people have been killing or beating up people. He'll be like, "What? That's outrageous! We cannot have some of these ruffians roughing up some of our potential customers. I say, we must do something about this."
And what are you planning on, if you don't mind me asking, good sir?
Well, we are mainly mechanics, but sometimes we must have to, well, put our metaphorical foot down, if we had one, and show these ruffians the door.
All right. I'm going to trust you guys to watch yourselves. But the minute it gets too heated, I want you three to run back in here and lock up until we give the all clear. All right?
We should be fine. It would be the first time we've had to get a little rough with some unpleasant customers, or any thieves for that matter.
Why are we envisioning these three quintessential British gentlemen immediately drawing like billy clubs and wrenches saying, "Bring it on"?
They do not have that modification, my dude. They are standard. They are standard Mr. Handies for the most part. In fact, what do they have?
No, but that's the image that is popping in our brains.
Okay, as a tangent, I believe in Fallout 4 there is a weapon attachment that you could give to robots, including Mr. Handies, because you could build your own if you wanted in one of the DLCs. You can give them basically a billy club like weapon. And if I'm not mistaken, you can also give Mr. Handy certain hats to wear on the dome. I think one of the hats, well, aside from a bolo hat, that's the most common. I think there is a like police officer cap you could give them. So literally, you can paint him blue, give him three billy club arms, and a policeman's hat, and have them go whack something.
Oh my god.
But yes, hang on. Let me see. What do these handies have? Robots. Where is my robot section? These are standard Mr. Handies, right? Yes, these are just Mr. Handies. Cancel. Mr. Handy. These handies are... Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, they are the standard... They are more or less the standard Mr. Handy outline. They have 3 arms. Each arm has a different item. One arm has the standard pincer, 2 little fingers that come together. So they have a pincer hand, they have a buzz saw on one other hand, and on the other arm they have a flamethrower. Yes, this is a standard Mr. Handy. That's not out of the ordinary. Most Mr. Handys had a buzz saw, a pincer, and a flamer. The flamer, usually for like warming up, cooking food, or, warming up liquids and stuff like that. Or tuned up real high to just, chase off something. Or cook meat, whether it's on a dead animal or something that's still alive. They are not super armored like their Mr. Gutsy army counterparts, but, standard template. So you basically convinced these Mr. Handies to chase off the ruffians that are roughing up other potential customers and protect, this fine establishment of theirs. Congratulations, you guys have kind of reinforced your army that your posse that you've built up. So you should have an easier time making through any ghouls that you come across.
What a motley crew.
I know, right? Right then. Come along, Grease. Axel, we are following, what was your name again, good sir? I actually don't think you did give your name.
Glenn MacLeod. Most people just call me Kneecaps. Because half the time whenever some tough decides to get fresh with me, they get a baseball bat to the kneecaps.
I say. Well then. Alright then. Come along, Grease. Axel. We are following Mr. MacLeod here and his fine associates. They will help us in dealing with these ruffians and restoring the good name to our fine establishment. Huzzah! Hurrah! Lead on, my good sir. We will follow right behind you. So yes, the trio of handies will follow you throughout the junkyard, but they will not leave the premises. So we are here, and we're ready to follow you. But please do not leave the premises. We will not follow you outside. This is our home, and we will continue to do our work. If you choose to.
Even if there might be other potential customers out there that could use your expertise.
My good sir, this is where we are. This is where we work. If you have potential customers, then you can send them to us. Recommend. Give them a recommendation.
I guess that could work.
I would, if I had any, if I still had any, I would present you one of our cards. Fortunately, we are still, we are out of stock of them at the moment. Yeah,
Right,
because the last time we got a shipment was some 200 plus years ago.
Right. Joey,
And,
can
yeah.
you do me a favor? If we get out of this alive, tell your boss Eddie to spread the word that there's a trio of fine mechanics over here that are ready, willing, and able to give a hand with any sort of mechanical use or need for that matter.
Will do. All right. Where should the motley crew go now?
All right, follow me. We're gonna head the other direction that we did not explore.
Rightio. Lead on. Yes, I'm having fun talking as Mr. Handy. Yes, you could tell.
Okay, I know you're having a blast, and I'm loving every last second of this, dude.
Oh, and hang on, another quick tangent because I totally forgot about this at the beginning of the stream, but it has been officially announced as of earlier this week. In I believe April, streaming on Amazon Prime will be the official Fallout TV series. And from what I've heard, it is going to be canonical. This is not some one-off. So,
Oh dear.
This will be interesting. It takes place over in the West Coast, not the East Coast, like some of the other games. So this is going back to the Fallouts 1, 2, and New Vegas. Although, more so 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 took place in what was the California region. New Vegas, by its name suggests, takes place in the New Vegas region. Or the Las Vegas, Nevada desert region. So, this will be interesting. Anyways, that aside, hopefully they do it justice. We shall see. So the Motley Crew group will follow. Whoops. It's like a dock unstuck. Will follow Kneecap. So yeah, you've got 3 Minutemen and 3 Mr. Handys following you. You've got quite the little group here. And honestly, I'm being upfront with you. I did not foresee this happening. So I'm like, I'm rolling with it just like you are.
Okay, so before we continue,
yes,
Ambrosia, how are you holding up, hon?
I'm mostly good.
Yay, the coffee is still holding. You, my dude?
I'm hanging in there for the most part.
All right, cool. I figure we'll probably go for like another half hour or so, which will be at least into combat. Although combat might be much faster with this group. We shall see.
All right, this way, boys and girls. We're headed off to the area we did not go to. I hope those Minutemen are still all right.
We shall see. So I'll just kind of speed things along here. The group will then approach, the gate. Bob will go over to the door. Yeah, let me get the door for you. There's. Bloop. Sometimes this door is a little cheeky. And he just totally unlocked the door for you. And so now you guys are back inside the store. Or the main office building. Sorry about the mess there, old chap. Yeah. Unfortunately, the cleaning protocols were not high on the list. We were more focused about finishing our work. Alright, so lead on, man.
Give me one sec.
Oh yeah, would you have been pissed at if this group of if this trio of Mr. Handys were was it was it Curly, Larry, and Mo?
No, I would have laughed. And I would have insisted on you making Curly the stupid one of the group. We have two fine and functional Mr. Handys and a klutzy but means well malfunctioning one.
Of course, well, Mr. Handy still have the standard, British accent. So there'll be none of this.
Oh, great. British Three Stooges. Just what we need.
Wouldn't it be Laurel and Hardy?
Hmm?
Wouldn't that be Laurel and Hardy?
I have no clue.
Not
Anyways,
sure.
all right, so let's get moving.
Okay, let me see here.
Had to make a quick change on something else. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna abandon that idea.
I can't get through those doors.
It's open. Oh, wait, should be open. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so let me just jump you guys in the courtyard over there. Yeep. Alright, so we'll let you guys get out the courtyard right here. So upon entering the courtyard, you will come across, at least, you see a body laying on the ground. Definitely a feral. You couldn't tell. You can't, although from this distance you can't tell if it's alive or not. Well, usually you can't unless you're like right on top of the damn things.
Alright. You three. Joey, watch my back. What's it called? What are the names of the other two Minutemen?
They don't have names right now. Just generics.
You two, what's it called? Is that the case?
I'll stay back here. I'll stay back here with my men.
All right.
We'll keep your back. We'll watch your back.
Good. Bob, Grease, Axel, follow me. Doc, stick with Joey's men.
Righty-ho. Lead on, good sir.
All right.
Yep.
Today we're going to learn a little bit of practicality there, Bob. Now what? Now follow me. You see this body down here?
Yes, sir, I do.
Right. Don't be alarmed. I'm doing this for our own safety because it's gonna get crazy out here in the field. I'm going to very slowly put away my gun, draw my bat, and swing for the head.
Hang on. So when you point, okay, so before you do all that, as you mentioned, he's like, yeah, do you see this body right here? Yes, I do indeed. You there, sir! This is no place to take a nap!
Heavens to Murgatroyd!
And there we go. So it's just this boop. And the ghoul will just get up.
Bob, I know you mean well, but you went and woke it up. I didn't want that to happen.
Well, remember, this is their establishment, and it's like, hey, this is no place to be taking a nap.
True. Right, I'm gonna take a at it.
That's a hit. That's 4 damage with 2 persistent, so... do these things have any armor? Let me look here. Hang on. Feral Ghoul. That's animals. ghouls. I'm looking at mutated humanoids, feral ghouls. No, they have no armor whatsoever. Oh yeah, and I need minimums. So I'm gonna need these guys for later. Hit it right in the chest for 4 damage. And it's now bleeding. That's oh, there we go. Persistent. Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
For now.
Alright. And your turn. Okay. Axel's up. I say there, ruffian. I say there, ruffian. Get out of here. So Axel will move up and proceed to use his buzzsaw. Critical hit. Three damage. Grease will move up and attack with his pincer. Nothing. Bob will also move over. And use his flamer. Ah! There we go. Boop. And that ghoul is dead. That'll conclude that combat. I say. That'll show them. So these
I'm afraid they won't.
So these were the ruffians that you were warning us about.
Mm-hmm. Layabouts, toughs, the sort of morons who make an establishment go down the drain. And they've done quite a number on Joey's men over here. It's our job to give them the old boot. Permanently.
Well, I'll say. Lead on then.
Very well. Come on, fellas.
Yes, because it is quite odd, actually, because most of the time they do not respond to us. We have tried telling them time and time again, and they just lay there. I don't know what the difference is all of a sudden.
Well, the difference is more than likely. This is just me spitting in the wind here, but I don't think they have a taste for iron or whatever materials you three gentlemen are made of. Doc, I, Joey, and the rest, yeah, we're like a fat hamburger, just ready to be bitten into. But I'm sorry, this burger bites back.
Ah, damn it. You ever seen a hamburger and you take a bite out of you? Look at this burger. It's gonna bite you. Ow. Damn burger took a bite out of me. Or sandwich, actually, but either way.
All right,
Sorry.
off to the next area.
Yep. Yeah, let me get that for you all. Let me get that for you all, chap. He would just open the door for you. Glide on through.
Newcastle motion for the rest to follow immediately.
Alright. Joe and his men will follow suit. And Doc and the two will come over. Alright, you've entered the main part of the junkyard. There is all manner of different vehicles that are, they've been left to the elements. You see big rigs, buses, small cars, large cars, pickup trucks, big rig tractor trailers, and all sorts of manner of such. And, other ghouls that are just kind of hanging out. Some laying on the ground, some not. Well, actually, none of these guys are laying on the ground. That one should have been laying on the ground, but yeah, was woken up. The rest of the ghouls that you can see are, standing around. Proceed how you will.
Right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to motion for Doc and Joey to directly follow me, while the rest, what's it called? Flank us.
Okay. Joey's right there with you. Okay. And the group moves up.
Let's see here. Need cancel motion for everyone to stop.
All right. Everyone will stop. So I say, Mr. McLeod, or what was your McLeod, right?
MacLeod.
MacLeod. I say, Mr. MacLeod, why have we stopped?
Very simple. 2 more uglies. And I'm willing to bet there's a whole bunch more just waiting for the right moment to strike.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's show these ruffians let's give these ruffians a good thrashing.
Indeed, but here's the thing. I'm willing to bet if I decide to pull out my gun right now, the noise would attract the rest. I wanted to handle things nice and tight, but maybe, just maybe, we'd be able to rush them.
I need to keep track of I'll keep track of that after the fact. That's why I haven't eliminated any of the ghouls yet. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys should got experience, but I'll run that all at the end of the stream. I highly doubt you guys are anywhere near a level up right now.
Need cancel motion for the rest to follow up immediately.
Yeah, these things aren't worth a whole lot. Right? They're only worth, So yeah, you guys are, okay. So everyone will kind of catch up on you. Doc's right behind you with Jeff. Joey's behind Doc, along with his other men. And Bob, Axel, and Grease will follow behind them. Feral Ghoul hasn't taken notice of you guys yet.
Okay, I'm going to sneak up toward that truck.
Which truck?
The nearest one with the ghoul on it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make a sneak roll.
Give me
but before that, I'm going to motion for the three mechanics to head west in order to rush anyone that might be hiding over there.
All right, you heard the gentleman. We will go this way. Joey and his men are staying close to the dock like he said they would. Alright, you're gonna make your sneak. Make your sneak.
Sorry, man, I was responding to something else.
Okay, you're good.
All right, perfect. Can I get over to that hex and manage to bash him, or no?
I mean, you're still sneaking.
All right, here they go.
Mm-hmm.
Show me those pearly whites, you son of a. And I'm a swing.
Go. That's a hit. And yeah, that's because sneak attack. I think that's an auto hit. That's an auto hit. That's +2 damage, I believe, right? Let me double check that rule. Where's my cheat sheet? That's not it. Ah, here we go. Sneak attack. There it is. Ah, okay, well. Plus, so actually add vicious keyword to it if it already wasn't. Your weapon is not vicious, and vicious does what again? I think it adds damage based on the roll of effects. Yes, +1 for each damage effect rolled, and you rolled 1, 2, 3, so that's 10 damage. So yeah, that totally kills him. All right, so that one's dead before anything else happened. Okay, and because you did it quietly and with a melee weapon, nobody's really the wiser.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back and motion for Doc and the 3 militiamen to head north.
Okay. All right, Doc, you heard him. We're going north. So you guys are splitting up now?
My plan was for Doc, her dog, and the 3 Minutemen to head north, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once I took out the first sentry. From there, I'm going to go back to where I killed the first ghoul, and wait for the what's it called? The mechanic trio to rush anyone down there.
Yeah, there's
Then
nothing down there.
All right. Can they see me though from where the truck is?
Kind of, yeah. Well, at least a few of them can.
All right, I'm going to motion for them to move forward.
Forward? What do you mean forward? Where? In the direction they were going?
Right there.
That area is okay. If you see an area that's like dead blocked off, either it's because you can't see it because of line of sight, or because it's a wall.
Bug and Grr. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, change of plans, boys. Follow the Minutemen.
Radio, champ. All right, so they're back with the main group.
You hanging in there, Ambrosia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's it called? I'm going to sneak on the south side of that truck to see if I can get the drop on the other ghoul.
Okay. Make another check.
Will do.
Okay, you're good.
Keep your eye on the birdie.
Okay, hang on. Before you attack. So if you're doing a sneak attack, there it reduces difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 0. So it can be an auto hit when you just roll straight damage. Okay, that's a critical hit. But let's see, 1. Oh no, it's only 7 damage. So you cripple its left leg, that's for sure. Injured leg. Falls back prone. Hang on, god damn it. Frick. Alright, I'll move that ghoul out of the way. Or, nah, screw it. Just leave it there. Alright, combat has officially started there. Because you didn't kill him in one shot, so that is combat now.
Gonna swing. Oh no!
Hang on.
Well,
Wait. Oh, because it's prone, it's a pass. It's a difficulty 0, so that's technically not a hit, but you passed anyways because difficulty 0, because it's prone. Roll damage. You're probably gonna kill it, but yeah, just to make sure. Oh god, yeah, you totally murdernated the hell out of that damn thing. You moited him. Moita. Alright, you managed to get through another combat right there without drawing too much attention. Luckily, because you hit him in the leg and knocked him prone. He didn't get a chance to alert anything or anybody yet. Alright. So that's another one down. Alright, so which way do you want to go? You want to keep going west that you guys are going, or you want to take the north route? The group does see another ghoul, a feral ghoul, roamer, to the north. Is that right? Hang on, did
I think I'm about to drop my guy.
just as things are starting to get good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a roamer right there. I need to keep that one opened up. Oh no, it should have 11 HP. Why the frick is it? That's weird. Alright, so did you want to call it right here, my dude? Or do you want to push on a little bit more?
No, man, I think that's going to be it for me. And I'm pretty sure Ambrosia's starting to fade out, too.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel it.
Alrighty, then.
Yeah, I figured as much.
That's cool. I figured. Alright, so this was where we'll have to put a pin in it until next week. Or the next session, hopefully next week. We'll find out. Because, yes, there's much more things to bash in here. You've managed to bash through 3 ghouls so far. I'll do the XP calculation after the fact. Any final notes before we call it?
I'm actually glad we convinced the robots.
Yeah, I hadn't planned on that one, my dude. That was literally like, oh, okay. Huh. Alright, I'll work with it. Because, yeah, I don't have any actual planned dialogue. I literally just kind of make things up as I go. And I roll with it. I'm like, oh, that wasn't enough. All right, whatever. I'll roll with it. I have a general idea of what to say or get across, and then just, make it up as I go. But yeah. All right, so nothing else to add there, Zawarsman?
Yeah, admittedly, it was fun.
Nothing else to add there, Ambrosia?
Really think so.
Excellent. Alrighty then, my friends, this is where we will call our session for the evening. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to my wonderful friends, Zawarsman and Ambrosia Hartnett, for joining me on tonight's adventure. And anyone else who is currently watching the stream, either live or on a rebroadcast or on my YouTube channel, where I will post this here shortly. Hope you enjoyed tonight's session. Fun banter and more wittiness to be had. I actually had a lot of fun too, getting to use the Mr. Handy voice. That was kind of fun. I'm like, oh god, I have to use that more. I'll have to put more Mr. Handys in. Although Mr. Gutsies will be fun, and so are Miss wait, was it not Miss Handy's? Miss Nanny? I think it's Miss Nanny. Yeah, I think that's the more nurse one. Yeah, Miss Nanny. So those will be fun to hear. When I do throw them in down the road, there's potentials for those.
Eventually.
Eventually. But anyways, my friends, so this is what we will finish up for the evening. Once again, I have been St. Uther. You guys have been awesome. And I hope to see you all again next time. Until then, stay safe out in the wastelands, my friends. Be careful who and what you trust. And if you make a friend, then, look out for them. Until then, see you all next time, my friends. Take care.
Later, Grots.
Bye bye.